Yes, man, I would like to talk about romance, man. I like to talk about romance because these days, the only reason why I like to talk about
Loves talking about romance
yeah,
on these platforms. It's scary.
because simply that I'm not gonna lie, I'm about love, innit? And
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
a lot of
see,
people
come
and
We have
a
to
lot of
spread
people,
the love,
of
you know.
course, bro, in many different ways, man.
Yeah,
Even
man.
especially with the mandem, to
Most
see,
definitely.
because sometimes I don't like people thinking mandem don't really love like that, or mandem don't really have love in their heart still like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
my thing is like in terms of
Icebox was a Marion, bro.
I lie. And in terms of like being this word spontaneous and being romantic, like these days, do you feel like the man them, or do you feel like men these days they struggle from being romantic these days or being spontaneous? What do you lot think? Obviously, you can make it personal about yourself personally,
I'm making
or
it
even,
about
or even in general. Like,
Ladies, man.
Get him that ring, boy.
That was a bit crazy. That was a bit crazy.
About myself,
Yeah,
still.
fire, wire for that.
So it's man romantic or spontaneous romantic?
Yeah, both.
Me?
Like, do you look at yourself as a spontaneous guy or like a romantic guy in general?
No, it is.
Yeah.
I'm when I'm ready, I could be romantic. I'm a loving guy. You get me? I've got a good heart.
Yeah.
I care about, like, if I'm with a woman, I care about the woman. You get me? I'm a family man, so I care about my family. You get me? So, yeah, man. With the spontaneous thing, like, I want to say I'm spontaneous. I like to plan things.
Can I say something?
To be organized.
Sorry to even cut you, bro.
If I'm going out with like my partner,
Yeah.
and I would have to put the whole time, let her know.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, do it like that instead of like, oh yeah, babe.
Yeah.
Go hotel tonight.
Sorry, I've got work tomorrow. Why don't you just tell me? It's my time of month.
Nah, you flopped it.
Yeah.
Bro. You get me? You flopped it.
Being
Bro.
spontaneous.
I like to be a proper romance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get me?
I hear that, man.
That's me, fam.
And
Lotion,
even-
man.
And even like, even with like love, man. Like, obviously, we're all humans, regardless, man, them or gal or ever. Like, do you, like how many times have you each of you guys been in proper love before? Do you get to say? Because people don't really even, let's keep it real. People don't really ask about them questions like that.
What's proper love though?
Huh?
Like, what, I would kill.
Huh?
I would kill for her. What's proper love? What's the definition? I need to know the levels.
That is a perfect question, yeah. That is a perfect
Have
question.
you been in proper love?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
what's the levels?
He asked a perfect question, yeah, because she
What's the levels?
because love.
There is levels.
Yeah.
Bro.
There's
There's
levels, innit?
levels. to it.
Like my question is, what is love to you? Because I believe all of us, probably a lot of people got a different interpretation in terms of like what's the meaning. Love might mean something different to me, something different to her, and something different to you and you. So for you personally, like, yeah, would you say you've been in love before? Or you felt?
Yeah,
just
definitely,
yeah, man.
I'll say that.
How does real love for Sims? Yeah, how does real love feel like? What have you done? Did you
Total
go crazy?
Trust. I'll say total trust.
Yeah. Did you cry?
What, when it was over?
Yeah,
Nah,
think
nah,
all of
nah.
that, proper real
I listen
emotions.
to a lot of music.
Yeah.
Over
Oh,
it, the same song over and over.
but that shit will make you cry
There was
though.
no crying.
Yeah.
Gee, it's
I haven't
real.
cried.
Real shit.
I haven't cried for years.
Yeah. Okay.
Watching movies as a kid, fam.
Yeah.
Like, that's I think that's the last time I remember crying over something that was emotional. Fam.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like relationships, you kind of learn that is what it is.
Yeah.
After a while.
I hear
At
you.
first, it hurts.
Yeah.
You get a thing, but then after a
Get
while,
over
it is what it is. But I guess it all depends on the person, innit? If there's a girl today
Yeah.
that absolutely ruins me,
Yeah.
I could be right back in that mode, fam. So
That's so true.
let's
though.
wait and see. But so far,
Yeah.
I don't think any of the man them have seen me break down.
Nah,
Yeah,
man
so
ain't
we're
seen
good.
it have
Yeah,
no.
so we're good.
What do you think, Mandem? Yeah. What do you think is that? What do you think is this thing? Yeah. I'm trying to get my head around it.
The one
Yeah.
that's complaining the most.
Yeah.
fam.
You know what? Before I ask the question, go on. What about you, Fend? I'll ask. What about you?
What was it
Go
again?
Like, how many times in your love
I've
do
been
you
in
think
love.
have you been in proper love, like
Yeah.
real love? Yeah.
A few still.
A few times.
Couple times.
And for Fend, how does real love feel like? You go into the same because all of love affects us in different ways.
Love is someone that you trust, someone
Yeah.
that trusts you, obviously that cares about you, that considers you as well, respects you, that you respect. So I'm trying to say that's love, man, and someone that you would die for, innit, and you would do everything for, and vice versa, innit. So it's a two-way stream. Also, love as well. Sometimes you can have disagreements and fall out of each other, but as long as you always kind of see eye to eye in the end of that, like that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a bond,
confrontation
innit?
or
It's a
whatever it
bond.
is. Yeah.
It's a certain bond, like
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
bond,
bond, yeah.
that you can't really certain people can't really explain it. Like
Yeah.
me personally, like there were certain times I can't explain why I love this person, but I just do it.
For real.
Yeah, you're knowing me right now, but I'm not gonna get pissed off because I love you.
Do you guys think? Do you guys think? Because I think sometimes these lines get blurred, innit? Do you guys really think real love, like two people who proper really love each other? Yeah. Do you think real love, this kind of love, can survive without respect?
No.
Like you could crazy, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been in relationships where it's like, bro, you love each other, but here and there things will pop up and it's like you disrespect each other.
I was gonna say, we're humans.
You got to say
one thing you got to remember, innit? Yeah, we're flipping humans, bro.
For real.
And as humans, we're all emotional. We've all got emotions. We've all got feelings, innit? And when it comes to love, have you noticed that, like, even if you put it to someone like that could be in your family that you love a lot, you might argue with them, but then you're always cool or whatever, innit? But you, like, it could be with your parent, like your siblings, you know what I mean? That, like, you fall out or you have this mad love-hate thing. Yeah. But even with your partner, but so sometimes that's what I was gonna explain. So even with your partner, it's like you say things that could be disrespectful, innit? Like, or you might even do something that's disrespectful as a human. They might do it as well. But it's the how would I say it? Like
the unconditional love.
Yeah, no, it's like rock.
The connection.
Yeah, the connection you have, but it's like it's as long as you know in your head, I've done that wrong. If you know what I mean. That's
accountability.
Yeah, accountability.
As long as you always know how to take accountability to go back to that person.
That's it. That's exactly what I'm saying. So,
okay, cool. I hear you.
So both as adults. And
I love that one, by
as a couple, you've got to be accountable for both of your actions. You get me? Yeah. So when because arguments always happen, bro. Like,
and ego gets in the way. I feel
like
ego,
bro, especially with men.
I feel like
ego. I feel like that's what. But sometimes, man,
it's true.
Man, just let them. Sometimes, just let them moan, fam.
Yeah.
Let them moan. You go out for your fresh air, go on Banner Zoo and come back.
I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I'm gonna put my hand up. Sorry, man. You're really hitting my notes right now. You're really hitting my soul. I fucked up. My ego has, bro. Yeah. He touched me. In the past, I've lost out on some good women and some good girls because of my ego. When I should have just. And now, years down the line, you see men who, they know how to do that. They know how to bite them up when they're talking and they got to take a walk. And they're still going. And man's like, shit, that could have been me,
successful marriage you see, bro.
For real, man.
The man's the man, but they know how to deal with women. And that ain't just their whatever. They understand women. That's a successful marriage. So, and 9 times out of 10, the man, bro, man is a man.
Spud me again, my nigga.
Just leave it there.
Let's be real, though. Let's be real. The man is meant to just be like, you know what?
You're talking the real thing, bro.
I relax, man. Fall back, say 1 or 2 comments. All right, cool. But you let them go, and then you just, your emotions, this is where like you said, it's the pride. The emotion. Because they say things. Remember, women are saying things, they know how to get to you, bro.
And I'm the type of person.
Right in there.
Yeah.
Bro, right in there.
So they relate, and sometimes they're saying things that you don't want to hear, but it hits home. You're like, no.
You can't even draw the line of respect.
Yes.
Some of the things are so disrespectful.
Yeah.
You can't even
but
draw the line of respect.
And sometimes they're saying things.
Emotional.
I know it is.
Emotional.
I know what Marv taught me.
Well, you're like hitting every note, right?
Hey,
they're hitting every note right now.
My cousin taught me as well. Yeah. Delivery. So sometimes I bring it. Like, I'll say it to my partner. Oh, delivery.
Delivery, yeah.
How you're delivering to me. So you might say something, but deliver it better. And then I could be able to, like, take it in back. But yeah, we just gotta just man, that's how it's gotta be. If you love someone, like respect, like you said, respect ain't gonna love can't work without respect. You get me? It's not gonna work without respect. But there's gonna be times where you're gonna become disrespectful towards each other.
And then like you said, that's where accountability comes in later on down the line. So you know what, babe, you go back and say,
I'm not wrong and strong, I'm sorry, do you know what? And even if you're a guy that maybe you don't even go down that route, that's even better. You see what I'm trying to say? You could just go and walk out, come back. But even that could be considered as disrespectful. Because someone could be talking to you and you just walk out the door, fam. Like, imagine you're trying to chat to your little one, your child, and then they just walk out, fam. Storm out the house, you don't know where they're going. Bro, to you, that's disrespect. Because I'm your parent. So even with your partner now, when the guy's shouting at you and you're doing the same thing as what you do with your mum, and if you could escape out the house, you're gone. Like, I'm not going to win here. You know what I mean? There, so... Yeah, man. Yeah.
Even I made a video like on Instagram, like I think last week, just even touching on this a little bit in terms of like, I think people these days, obviously I'm not in people's houses. I don't know what people go through. Because after going through my own shit and my own relationships, I realized, bro, only people know what goes through like behind closed doors. That's why I don't like to take sides with celebrities and whatever, even people real life. Because only like people say, there's always three sides to the story. You can understand that person's side, and the actual truth. And I actually relate to that even more than ever, yeah? So even like, I like to think, do you guys think, because I feel like nowadays as well, certain people, again, I might be wrong, but I feel like the reason why a lot of people these days, they're saying the streets are cold, all of these things, because social media, because I feel like maybe because a lot of people have got so many different options, so that causes certain people to give up on each other easily, rather than sticking through with each other to try to work through things. You get what I'm saying? Like, have you not thought about that? These days, nowadays, maybe the reason why a lot of people are just dating different people, going crazy, just simply because a lot of people have got a lot of options on social media. There's arses and there's men all over the place.
Yeah.
Or people just simply give up on each other too easily in terms of like not working through the difficult times and that. What do you think?
I don't. Do you know what people can think there's options?
Yeah.
You can think there's options, but
because the grass is not green on the other side all the time. You get me? And
like,
Not all the time.
not all the time.
So
absolutely,
like, as much as you can think there's options, if you're in like a stable, you've been in a stable relationship, yeah, and you've got a family involved, like kids involved, then do you think you're just gonna go on Tinder or like as both, brother, as a man and a woman, fam?
Yeah, for real.
Boom, you're gonna go look for another woman, and you've got a child. And say if you're full-time care of your child, because there's some man that their children live with them, yeah? So do you expect to just find a single woman with no children that's got a and maybe her relationship history might be as short as yours, so she might have had a 1 or 2 partner in the past or whatever. She might have just been dating, but do you think that she's gonna commit to you, or do you think that does the woman think that she's gonna find a man that's just gonna come pay the bills and the death for her next man's child, like? And this is what we've got to start realizing when we've got families and we've got, even if you ain't got a family together and you've got a relationship that's lasted for long, try and hold that down, because that's your ride or die day. You see what I'm saying? Because we're gonna keep thinking you've got options, but then it doesn't work, and then you've got these abusive relationships because you're going into a relationship with someone that you don't know. So someone that could trigger you a certain way, and then you become angry, or she becomes angry. You see what I'm trying to say? So
of course I hear you, bro.
I feel that we give up on each other too much, man. And because social media adds the pressure of they see the rich people, oh, this should be paid, that should be done, we should be living in this nice fancy house, we should have a all white wedding with horses and things like that, with white horses and white doves or whatever it is. And it's like, cool, that's nice, but let's, as partners, we've got to have a plan. You get me? Our plan together, our individual plans. We've got to uplift each other. You see what I'm trying to say? Uplift each other, man.
Don't push that, though.
Nah, bro, not push that, fam. You see what I'm trying to say? So
yeah, man.
They just push.
They push options.
I was just about to say that. You just see bare
Sex sales.
Tinder and this, that, and
You can be out here. Switch
and
button, like that. So man.
And even sometimes you get a little reminder, you can even make money. You can even make money. Hey, bro, you can.
But that's
you don't even need to do it for free.
That's the culture, innit? That's the culture, innit? It's up to you if you wanna go with it. There's some people I know. They can't stay. They're always in a relationship. Like whenever I see them, they're with a girlfriend, whether it be a new girlfriend or not. Like they're with a girlfriend. Like, this is my girl.
Yeah, there's certain man I know. There's man I know out there. You always listen. Every day they got a different girl.
Literally, but this is
every day.
Like,
but that's his wifey. Everyone's wifey.
Yeah.
You know the way they're like, with wifey. You get me?
Yeah.
But it's like they can't. Like their thing is that. You get me? Their thing is that they need to be with some type of girl. You get me? Like, you see what I'm trying to say? So,
but therefore, if you got bonds, if you got a link, if you got something that's strong, then obviously you're not in danger, innit? Like, try and hold it, try and hold it together, because there's not a lot of that in this. Like, there's not a lot out there, especially in certain. Especially if you have a certain requirement, innit? You have to see how it goes, innit? Not everyone's perfect.
Question, Mandem, yeah? You see that I like to always even play with energies, masculine and feminine, yeah? And obviously sometimes, like you said, sometimes you got people that, you got single moms, sometimes you got single dads as well, yeah, in this world. So my thing is, do you two think, yeah, that a man or even a woman can basically raise a child and give them both of the best, both sides basically by themselves, or vice versa? You going to say? Do you think a man can raise a child by themselves and give them both of both worlds, or a woman?
Look what's going on.
Why not? Let's talk about it.
Look, all these youths that you see running around, they're fatherless or they're motherless.
Sorry to even cut. So I'm so sorry about that. Sorry to even cut. Yeah. So do you mean for a guy, a woman,
It's
or
impossible for
none of
both.
them can do both?
Look,
Oh, cool.
Nature, not society. Nature, nature has made it that a man and a woman to produce a child. Would you think you just produce a child and that's it? The child have to raise itself. When your plant's growing, when you've got to plant a seed, you got to water it. You got to
taking everything. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Taking everything.
So I feel that it takes man and a woman to raise a child. If you're in a relationship or not, it still takes the mother and the father. Like, there's no way. Obviously, it's been happening. Like single mothers, and I rate them, innit?
Yeah,
but then that's why the problems happen. The problems occur.
But coming from a single mother's point of view, like I've got to do a lot. My son's dad's in his life, but the day-to-day stuff falls on me. But I completely agree with you because there's things like I want my kid to learn sports. He's not a sporty kid. I don't. Do you know what I mean? That's not my area. Sort of thing. I can teach him DIY. I can teach him, this and this. Yeah. But I can't teach him certain things that masculine.
Thank you.
That's what my sister will call me.
It's purity.
Out with the nephew and that.
Thank you.
If I was a single dad and my daughter asked me any question, I'm calling my sister straight
away.
You gotta have that. Even if it's not even like your direct partner or whatever, you got to have some sort of figure in your, whether it be in your family, whether it be somewhere around that can show that, innit? Yeah. Because it is what it is at the end of the day. Sometimes you're not going to get to see your dad.
Exactly. That's real. That is reality.
I've got family that you don't see that. That's not.
Yeah.
So, but you have to make sure that you try and substitute whatever's there. Obviously, they're still going to feel a way about it. Yeah. They're still going to probably bring it up. They're still probably going to have issues with it. But you got to try and do what you can, innit? To try and fill whatever void is there.
Yeah.
Because the way I grew up, my mum and dad were split up. You see what I'm trying to say? But my dad was there to teach me how to be a man. You get me? To teach me a trade, to teach me certain values. He wasn't there all the time. There was time. And there's certain... Me and my dad have our own little reasons. You get me? Like, I might say certain things or whatever. I don't blame him. But there's times where he should have been there to sort out why... certain things might not have happened to me. I might have been in a better position in my life. I'm not gonna blame him for that. That's not my like. I'm not being sad over it.
But that's just the harsh reality.
But I'm just saying. But the benefits. I'm saying the benefits of I had compared to my other friends was that when it was time for me to go to school, whatever it was, I could call my dad. Fam, he pull up. He brings my uniform, brings money. You get me? I'm in school, bro. I got the most money out of my class, bro, because everyone's either got their mom or they're living with their granny. You get me? And then. When everyone, like, I hustled or whatever, like, I hustled because I had to hustle, innit? I was like, again, but my dad taught me to go and work from 16, put me on jobs, you get me? Taught me to, so now as I'm older, I know, I don't need to just trap. I can go and paint. I'm painting my friend's parents' house on my own. I'm bringing my dad on jobs. And that's because he taught me how to be a man, how to do building, how to have a trade. You know the way there? Like, Jesus was a carpenter. You know the way there? So my dad's taught me that. That's the platform there.
You said Jesus was a carpenter?
Yeah, Jesus was a carpenter. They said Jesus was a carpenter.
Bruv, he's teaching me new things today. Bare new things today, you know? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Jesus was a carpenter.
Raw.
So I was just saying that, like,
I didn't
Jesus was a carpenter, so it's like, my dad's taught me a trade of something.
I think Joseph was.
Oh, it might have been Joseph.
No. I think he was because Joseph.
I think in it. Because of his dad. Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie, my bro. I love you, though. I love you. Bro, you're educated, man, you know?
Man just wanted to be a carpenter, you know?
Yeah.
But I had the benefit of, like I said, like my mum couldn't have raised me on my own, bro. Yeah. My mum couldn't have done it on her own. Like, obviously, my sister had the help of, she grew up without a dad, but she had the help of my nan and my granddad. You see what I'm saying? And my brother's dad. But still, in her head, she's like, she's fiery, fam. She's like, she looks at it like, bun everything. You know what I mean? There. So, and this is what it is. She's a child. She's a woman child. Yeah. So she learned certain things from my mum, whatever, but she still needed a dad there. You get me? So, it takes a village and it takes two mum and dad to be there.
Let me throw this question in there. Let me throw this question in there as well. Yeah, like for you two, yeah, like did you not ever get to a point in your life, when it actually just hit you, like, you know what, yeah, I actually do need my mum and my dad. Like, do you want to say, obviously, because sometimes all of us, we just grow up until we become adults, until we're adults and we put two and two together and we say to ourselves, you know what, of course, like a guy or a child needs the mum and the dad. But for some people, I reckon maybe they have certain moments where it hits them and go, you know what, I do need my mum and my dad at the same time. Otherwise, both sides. You get what I said? For both of you two, yeah. Have you not ever? Obviously, you can say no, whatever. But have you guys ever reached a moment where it's like it just literally hit you like, you know what? Yeah, I do need both parents, bro. I do need my mum and my dad. You can't say it. Have you guys ever had that moment before, or like I said, you just went into adulthood like me and other people? Where it's like, in general, yeah.
Yeah, no, is it like me personally? Like they've always been there. Right?
Okay,
so
cool.
Just my mum.
Love that.
She's just
love that.
She's always there. So it's a thing. It's not. Like, oh, I miss her because she's there. Sometimes if I want to speak to her, I go on my phone. I just message Mumsy. My dad, he's more of a quiet guy.
Yeah.
I know if he speaks to me or he wants to talk to me about something.
One of them ones, yeah.
I'll go around. I'll see what he's saying. But yeah, no, man. If they go on holiday, of course I miss them. Yeah. Definitely.
Because what about you, Fend?
Yeah, for me, my thing's deep still. Cause obviously, I've always known that I needed my mum and dad, but I lost my mum in it. So losing my mum, there's bare times where I just like, I need to speak to my mum, or you get me? I want that. But I've got my dad there, innit? So that's what I'm saying. Why, if I didn't have my dad, bro, I feel like parentless. Like I feel like a child in a phone box, bro. You know what I mean? Like I got left in a phone box. That's how I'd feel. But like I got my dad, I got my nan, whatnot. I could go and check my dad. I could chill. So I've still got one parent there that can help balance, man. You get me? But yeah, man, it's important, bro. Like from young, I knew I needed my mum and dad. When you used to hurt yourself, mum, dad, you get me? Man's having madness. Calling for my mum and shit. My mum coming out back in my beef with knives and shit, bro. My mum's on, fam.
Big up Mumsy, man.
Shit, you get me? Mum was a bad girl, fam.
Big up Mumsy, man. And so even before we move on to my last few questions, like would you both say, was you both mummy's boy or daddy's boys? Because I'm not gonna lie, you sound like a proper mummy's boy. You sounded like a proper mummy's boy. I'm not gonna, you sound like, love that though, man. How about you, Sims?
The thing is, I think I'm mostly, the thing is, my mum says I'm mostly like my dad. Yeah. But me and her always war. Yeah. Like, as in, like, we have our, we go, she knows. Yeah, she knows how to get to me in it.
Press them buttons.
And sometimes, I think sometimes my mum's just bored. Sometimes let's just go. Let's just go. I'm in the mood today. Let's do it. Yeah, I want to get on to you today. So that's our relationship. If that doesn't happen, I'm thinking, oh, what's going on? What's going on? You're right. So it's kind of a thing. I'm not really either. Yeah. I'm not really either. I wouldn't say either, but. Yeah, I'll say me and my mum have our relationship. I'll say is very. I'll say it's very connected. Like me and my dad can chill. But very.
That's how it is with me and my dad. Like we chill. Like we can chill. Like me and my dad are close, but mum was a mummy's boy, bro. Mum talked to my mum about anything, fam.
Yeah, man. Now, big up all of our parents, man. Like you get what I'm say, especially like we all say, especially all of us when we become parents, and then later on down the line we realize that this parenting thing is not a joke, man. It's like. Yo, man, that's why even for me, when I became a parent, I realized, especially with my dad, innit? Like, I realized, yeah, man, there's a lot of mistakes there's a lot of mistakes that people, because when people say being a parent never came with a guide or whatever, like, a lot of people are going to make their mistakes, and all of our kids are different as well, you get what I'm saying? Different time, different times.
That your parents did or didn't do, and then you say, okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to go into them about it.
Yeah. I've gone on to man about it.
Yeah, you can.
I've gone to. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not gonna change parents, innit? You're not gonna change your parents, but you can change your kids.
Yeah, having man's parents to put man, because man's here, innit? So
yeah, man.
Without them, and obviously man learn things from both. You know what I mean? So.
Like, and more time,
like what you said. Yeah.
And more time, your parents are gonna be nicer to your children. Than they were to you.
Bro, you see it,
They're gonna be even nicer.
And they're soft. They go soft.
The way my parents are to my nieces and nephews, like, I'm like, nah, this is mad. Like, so that's what I'm saying. They eventually learn, innit? They eventually learn. Yeah. It's just that they're stubborn when it comes to kids. Grandkids.
And all generations go through different times, innit? You got to understand. So even when you deep it, our generation, whatever thing that we went through, even the generations under us now as well, what they're gonna be experiencing with all of this, it's gonna be mad different, man. You get me? But yeah.